Okay, so here we are once again. This video represents how to flip $100 to $3,200 in I want to say 30 days, maybe 31 days. All right, I actually need to figure this out. I thought I had it figured out. I apologize. Give me 1 second. I got the videos up. So June 17th represented the day the balance exceeded $3,200. So $3,227.75 is the exact amount. That was on June 17th. And let me see something real quick. We got from 100 to 1600 in how many days was the last one? That'll actually help me figure out what I'm even talking about right now. How many days was that? Let me see if I can find. It was 31 days. Okay. So 31 days from 100 to 1600, and that was on the 12th of June, and the 17th of June is the day that we hit 3,200 in the account. Okay, which was 5 days later, right? From the 12th to the 17th. Okay, so we got it. 36 days. How to flip 100. Phew, that took a minute. How to flip $100 to $3,200 in 36 days. So that is the title for this video. So once again, I mean, it's more of the same, pretty much the same thing that it has already been since we began the Blueprint project. And, you know, this is just how to flip basically multiple times. So this represents the 5th flip in the project, because the first flip was 100 to 200, second flip was 200 to 400, third flip was 400 to 800, fourth flip was 800 to 1600. That was the last one. And then this one was 1600 to 3200, which is the 5th flip. Yes. All right. I'm just going through this so that I have full clarity and you guys know exactly what it is. All right. So once again, just to recap, and what this does, this actually concludes the growth phase. So what my goal and my intention was from the outset was to reach an account size that would be conducive to being in position to generate income once we shift to the income phase. And I've actually already shifted to the income phase. In fact, as of the day that I'm doing this video, I've already completed the first week of the income phase. So I've already earned a paycheck in the income phase, but this video is just to conclude the growth phase and the how to flip series, which is the update. So these are the updates that I have along the way. So I still got more videos to release that lead up to this video even. So I'm kind of, not that I'm getting ahead of myself, but I just got a lot of content already done. A lot of videos are already done because I'm continuing to work in real time. I haven't stopped. I haven't paused. When I finished the growth phase, I went straight into the income phase and started to take trades right away last week. So that started on, like, I think it was either Monday or Tuesday of last week. Today's Saturday, which is June 22nd. And so yeah, I mean, this video really is just once again to kind of put everything all together. And what I've been able to do is just to basically take a very small amount of money, build it up to a large enough sized account so that when I shift into the income phase, the account size is large enough to support the contract size that I'm going to be at when I take trades to generate income. Okay, that's what the objective was and is. So all of that is in place now. All of that is intact. In fact, I actually made the first withdrawal today from the income phase, $2,400 and change. So I almost hit the $3,000 weekly goal that I've been talking about since I started the blueprint. And I kind of wasn't able to do that because I wasn't trading a full week. I kind of started around Tuesday, I believe it was. So I had taken 4 trades, and I ended up taking that withdrawal today for the 4 trades that I placed throughout the week. But anyway, so let me just kind of just wrap this up. What is allowing all of this to take place? Like this is a lot of things that are going on, even though I slowed it down substantially, relatively speaking, in comparison to what I'm actually capable of doing. I slowed it down dramatically. So I actually even put my own normal trading on pause just so that I can complete the project, because I want to be able to show you guys excuse me, how you build up from pretty much nothing to a sizable account on the NADEX platform, which puts you in position to generate income once you get there. So it's important that you understand the dynamic of what it will take, and that's the whole basis of the blueprint project itself. I want to use the project and this video series to not just inspire you. I want to show you step by step how you get from the point of damn near nothing to the point where you're actually able to have a large enough account and not be scared to trade it, so that you can generate income once you shift into the income phase. That's a key component of what it is that this is. Not being afraid to take trades. Not being afraid to take your trades because you're confident in your skill. You see, it's like they overlap. So one of the main reasons that people lose in the markets in general is because they don't have discipline and they lack patience. They don't have discipline to control their greed, and they lack the patience to wait for the market to present them with the best opportunities that the market can give. The two things that you need the most people lack the most, and it basically is responsible for them losing all the time. So to interrupt what that is, you have to do the opposite of it. Instead of you being impatient, you have to learn how to develop patience. Instead of you being undisciplined, hopping around, wanting to do a lot of different things, or wanting to take a lot of unnecessary extra trades just because you feel like you have to do that in order to get to the income level that you want to be at. But in the process of you doing that, you're jeopardizing the actual foundation that you need to generate income in the first place, which is your account. So you're putting your account at risk by over trading, and also by lacking discipline and not cutting off the amount of trades that you might want to take. And not only that, you're not even taking the best trades, because if you're taking 4 or 5 trades every day, you're definitely not waiting for the best ones to come. You're taking the ones that in your mind fit the description of what it is that you're supposed to take, and you want to take them all. Instead of restricting yourself, and actually having a limitation set so that you naturally do not overtrade and do not overexpose yourself in the market. This is something that is so important, and it's not discussed, just industry wide. People don't talk about it because they don't want to talk about it. They don't want to talk about things that in their mind are going to slow them down. But look at what I was able to demonstrate for you guys. I slowed it down, and we still accomplished the growth phase and completion in 36 days. So what does that really tell you about the skill that I'm referring to, that we are, able to execute repeatedly in the market? Do you feel that learning that skill is something that is worth it? Is the skill itself valuable? Is it worth it learning how to get patient, become patient and to become disciplined? Do you think that that's worth it now that you're able to actually see an actual example of it? Like, is it worth it to you? So, I mean, it's an obvious question, but in actuality, for you to say, yeah, it is worth it, that means that you need to literally do everything step by step that needs to be done in order to get to the point where you're able to execute what you've seen me do. So that means primarily the first and foremost thing, you need to train. You have to be conditioned to think with the mindset that's going to produce the results that you see. The results that you've seen me achieve, if that's something that you're looking to do yourself, you definitely have to be conditioned to be in the mindset that I'm in. It's not difficult to get there. It just takes your commitment to actually building up your skill first. See, people want the results of what skill produces first. But in actuality, you will never achieve the results if you never achieve the skill in the first place. This is something that is of the utmost importance. It's not something that is optional. You can't achieve the results without the skill. So why focus so much on the results? Like, I know that you guys are seeing what I've done, but understand the level of training that I've been at for a long time. The level of training I remain in. I train every day. Literally every day. Why am I training? Why am I watching videos? Why am I watching training videos? Why am I looking at videos of me taking trades? Why am I looking at how the market looked during the times that I took trades? Which is the same thing I told you guys to do. There's a reason behind that. All of this is a part of the training process. So that's the first piece of the puzzle for the blueprint. Well, Mark, what do I need to do what you do, what you've done? First of all, you got to get trained. You have to get conditioned to be in the mindset that I'm in. To be in the mindset that you see me execute. It's just rinse and repeat. It is what it is. Like, you guys see what is actually going on, and it doesn't make sense for you to say to yourself, well, man, I wish one day, or I hope one day I'm able to achieve that level of skill. You don't have to hope. All you have to do is train. And just being in this environment of training all the time, constantly, it's impossible for you not to develop the skill. It's not possible. The only way that you're not going to develop the skill is if you stop training. If you remove yourself from the training environment, then you don't have a chance, because you need to be around it constantly. You can't remove yourself from it and then expect to have the results that you see me do. It doesn't even make sense. The reason that I have the results is because I remain in the mindset. Training conditions you to stay put in the mindset once you're in it. Discipline. No, we're not going to go and try to look for something else, another way to do it. We're not going to start doing at the money. We're not going to start doing out the money. We're not going to look for any signals. We're not going to go out and start buying other strategy. We're not going to go and delve back into Forex. I'm giving you examples of, what people go through and what they do that distracts them and ultimately leads to a deviation. Because when you deviate from the training, you're interrupting and you're disrupting the actual conditioning of the mindset. And that becomes a problem. Don't do that. Remain in training. So anyway, let me just wrap this up. Like I said, 100 to 3,200 within the growth phase. The growth phase is now complete. I've already started the income phase. So the growth phase took a total of 36 days from $100 to $3,200 in the account. And when I shift into the income phase begins at the $3,000 account size. So you guys will see the actual process that I did, where I actually withdrew like the $200 or whatever to leave the $3,000 in the account, and then I begin from there to proceed to trade for the income phase. So you guys will be able to see all of those videos. They're coming up. So the next set of videos that you'll see will be the actual trades that I take in the income phase, and then you'll see the video like towards the end of that time period. I don't know when these videos are going to be released because of the timing, but anyway, by the time you see the end of that, you'll see me do the withdrawal video, and we'll just continue on like that. So it's like I'm here now. I did it. I showed you guys how to go from $100 to the point where you can shift into an income phase. And now when you're in the income phase, now you continue to do exactly the same thing that you did to build up to the income phase. So the same things that you did in the growth phase: focus, limit the trades, take the best opportunities that come only. All of that is as a result of the training. And if you stick to the blueprint, you stick to the framework, you're going to have the same success. Well, Mark, you're putting a lot of money at risk. If you only, you got a $3,000 account, you got 34 contracts, man. You can't lose. No, you can't lose. And you need to be that confident in your skill so that you can understand what it is that you even did in the first place. It all started with $100. I didn't start with 3,000. I used my skill to build up to 3,000. Does that make sense? I mean, it does. I'm just, I want you guys to confirm that what I'm saying is not retarded. This is stuff that makes perfect sense. The only money that was ever at risk was $100. Everything else came as a result of skill execution. You see what I'm saying? That's what happened. That's how we got from 100 to 3,000. That's how at the $3,000 level we can trade 34 contracts. That's how at 34 contracts we can generate an income of about $3,000 a week if we take one trade a day. The blueprint. All right, so that wraps it up. That concludes the growth phase. I hope you guys have enjoyed this content. It's been truly a pleasure, and it will continue to be a pleasure to continue to make, more and more milestones. I have no idea what I'm even going to do in the future. I'm sure that I'll think of something, but for now, I'm in the income phase, and we'll just do it like that, so you can just see what it looks like. All right, Mark Fuller, Team Alliance, Blueprint Project. Appreciate you guys. Hope you enjoyed the content. I'll see y'all soon. Peace.